Alright guys, so today I'm actually going to try to help you guys for once. So I'm going to do my best. It's probably not going to be good, but I'm going to talk about recoil, spray patterns, and mostly just controlling your R301 shot. And I'm going to show how little you actually have to move your thumbstick. So whenever I'm making videos, I read through the comments and people are always saying strike pack, Cronus Max, cheater, aimbot, no recoil, all that stuff, right? And I'm sitting here, I'm leaning back, right? Get a couple warm-up shots in, and then after that, it's just rinse and repeat. After the first couple, it's just all muscle memory. So, I understand I have a flatline. I'll kind of explain the flatline a bit here too. But so R301, as you get better barrels with the gun, the recoil pattern becomes more and more consistent, which means there's less random variation to it, okay? So I'll do it without a barrel. We'll take off the sight, okay? As you can see, I'm still pretty much able to laser it, right? Now, let's go over the pattern here real quick, right? So the R3 goes up and slightly to the right, and then it goes upright, up left, upright. As you get an extended mag on it, you'll gain this last little curve to the spray pattern, right? So this is going to go upright, more to the right, and then curve back to the left. And you'll see how the question mark shape is a little bit randomized each time, right? And now, if we put on the extended mag, you'll see an added end part to this. See how it goes back? Goes back to the right towards the end there. Well, that one was horrible. That's one I would be mad about if I got in an actual game. So putting on the gold barrel, this will be a lot less randomized. It'll become more of a uniform pattern. So those are kind of similar. Okay. This is why you want to pick up the barrel stabilizers. Helps a lot, actually, more than you'd think. Just a white or blue one is huge. The purple and gold are the same, but it's not too much more from the blue. So let's go over actually doing this on an enemy. So for the pattern, right? Not controlling at all. Let's say I start shooting at his chest. You get off target pretty quick, right? So the main thing with the R3 is you have to hold down, okay? So I'll put on my cam here for you real quick. Here's my controller. This wire is my headset. It goes to my shitty old Turtle Beach mix amp. Got my controller, nothing on the top, no strike pack, just my trigger stops here. All the paddles are removed, not plugged into anything, right? Moving the thumbstick. So, actually controlling it on somebody, I'll show you real quick. You don't move the thumbstick nearly as much as you think. Okay? Now, I understand this with the gold barrel, but that's just to show how little you actually move. So for the R3, you kind of have this initial downwards pull, right? And now all it is this. It's so slight, right? That whenever I'm playing like this, People don't even see that, right? That's all it is. I'm just wiggling my thumb a little bit, okay? And then after that initial recoil, you kind of want to cut it, okay? So you go left, right, left. And as you shoot more, you'll kind of notice the gun visually start moving. That's where you just correct it, okay? Next to no recoil. And I mean, as you see, it's still there. It's so simple. Very little work to actually do this. All you have to do, go in the firing range, mess with your dead zone, ADS sense just a little bit, right? Get it to how you like it, and just sit here and practice. Normally I sit in the range for like 15 minutes before I hop on and just tear up the dummies, right? Even with the flatline, we'll do a flatline recoil. And now, I'll talk about another little tip with this one. So you notice the flatline's kind of zigzag, right? It's like up, left, up, right, up, left, up, right, okay? So the tip with this one, and this also can work with the R3, is you want to move with your shots against the recoil. So how this gun pulls up left, I'm going to hold down right a little bit, but I'm also going to walk with it, okay, while I'm aiming. I'm going to walk with the gun. So as the gun's kicking to the left, it kind of automatically is kicking it back onto the person. So I'm walking away, I'm pulling the aim away by walking, and the gun is pulling back onto it, right? I don't even have to do any side-to-side recoil control. The gun is just pulling onto the person because I'm walking away from it. And now this can also be used for the R3. So if you see, the gun kind of goes up and to the right, barely. So whenever you start out an R3 spray, I'd recommend, if you aren't good at controlling it yourself, try strafing to the left when you start. So all you have to do is hold down and hold to the left. And that'll kind of keep you straightened out, right? And then towards the end of the magazine here, you'll see that there is the right, left, right, okay? So whenever this happens, normally when I'm shooting R3, what I do personally is I kind of walk backwards to make distance. And it also kind of slightens up that side pull that you're doing on the gun, right? So you can keep it super steady. And now if you get towards the end of the mag, to that side to side, walk with the gun. Walk left, to the right, and then to the left. And this will kind of keep you centered on target, right? So I'll do it on this real quick. Okay? It's not as accurate, but if you're just starting out, that's the easiest way to keep your shots like kind of centralized on what you're shooting at, right? There's very little thumb movement to that, okay? It's all in the left thumb here. And this one, you can whip this thumbstick around. There's very little precision needed with the left stick, right? And then as you get better, it's all about the lasers, all right? Even with the flat line, kind of walk with it there. And also, I will say, how the flat line pulls to the left, if you walk with the recoil, okay, this is another little variant. If you walk with the recoil, it allows you to move your thumb more to pull. So how the gun goes up left, if you walk to the left as well, you're pulling more, right? You're pulling harder away. So you can actually move your thumb more to control recoil. So it allows you to be a little bit more, I kind of want to say, it takes away finesse from it, right? So you don't have to put as much precision in when you're doing this. And that's typically good for close range. right? So quick breakdown. Go over your dead zones. Adjust your ADS sense. Strafe with your shots, right? And just practice your spray patterns on the dummies. With an R3, it takes 8 bullets to the head to kill a dummy. Right? So, if you can get it down to killing a dummy in like 10 shots to the head, or less, something like that, right? If you can get it around there. Even if you do body shots, you should be able to keep it steady on target like that. No recoil hacks, no strike pack, no cheats. All in the thumb. All in the thumb. No thumb, no aim. So, just stop calling people cheaters. Put in some time and effort. Practice your shots. And improve. Hipfire is generally the same. Normally when I hipfire, I'm crouch spamming. So I have crouch on my left bumper. Okay? So all you're doing is moving around and moving your thumbstick to track the target as you move around it. And even that's not much movement, right? You'll see also one last little tip here is snapping onto target, okay? Last thing before I go. So if I see an enemy over there to my left, I'll snap like this, right? I'm not on the target, but I got close enough that I can adjust and start shooting almost instantly, right? It's way easier to go from here to the enemy than it is to go straight on the enemy, right? Even if you do it under, right? You go here, it's not hard just to flick over, okay? So let's say I see an enemy out in the distance, right? You know, you see this guy, right? Him. I'm looking here, I see him pull up, I snap over here. I'm not on him, but I'm close enough, right? And as you start shooting, you kind of level out your aim. Right? That's kind of why you see me snapping onto people. So for this, I'll give you my SENS recommendation, since you guys love my SENS. Play on a high hip fire sense and play on a lower ADS sense. That's all there is to it, right? Hip fire, snap, adjust. Clean, simple, not much to it. Practice your recoil patterns. And honestly, you could fry like me. Don't copy anybody, just do it yourself. Hopefully that helped. I probably did a bad job explaining it. But I did my best. So have a good one, guys. I will see you on the next one.